Welcome back, everyone. Thanks for tuning in again. I hope you're all doing well tonight, because tonight's story is a heavy one. As always, I recommend you listen from start to finish. Don't skip ahead. This one builds slowly, and trust me, it's worth it. Let's get started. Hey everyone, my name is Sarah, and I'm sharing something that happened to me a few years ago. I want to say, upfront, this might not be as flashy or as cinematic as some of the other stories you've heard on this channel. But what I went through was, for me personally, one of the most terrifying things I've ever experienced. I hope you still find it worth listening to. Before I get into it, let me tell you a bit about myself. I'm from a small town in Ohio, and at the time all this happened, I was a junior in high school. Now, back then, I was obsessed with horror. Like, obsessed. Paranormal investigation shows, urban legends, all of it. I used to stay up late researching creepypasta stories and internet legends. And of course, like every teenager who's ever had a sleepover, I played the games. Bloody Mary, Charlie, the Candyman challenge, you name it, I tried it. And every single time, nothing happened. No ghost, no demon, nothing but disappointment and a wasted hour standing in a dark bathroom feeling stupid. That disappointment kind of shaped how I saw the whole paranormal thing. I started to lean skeptical. I loved the stories. I loved the aesthetic of it all. But deep down, I didn't fully believe any of it was real. That's just how my life went for a while. Horror movies, ghost stories, legend research, repeat. Then one night, a night just like any other, I went to bed the way I always did, and in the middle of the night, I woke up suddenly. But something was wrong. I could move my eyes. That was it. I couldn't open my mouth. I couldn't speak. I couldn't move a single muscle in my body. I was frozen, completely locked in place, like my body just stopped listening to me. I want you to imagine that feeling for a second. You're awake. Your mind is fully alert, but your body will not respond. Not your hands, not your legs, not even your fingers. Nothing. I panicked. Internally, I was screaming. Why can't I move? What is happening to me? That kind of helplessness. It's hard to describe unless you've felt it yourself. After what felt like forever, it passed. My body came back under my control, and I sat straight up in bed, breathing hard. I looked at the clock. 3:07 a.m. I didn't think much of it at first. I chalked it up to being tired, stressed, whatever. But the next night, it happened again. Same thing. Frozen, helpless. And when I finally looked at the clock, 3 a.m. again. This kept happening, night after night, for over a week straight. And because I was the type of person who researched everything, I started digging into what this could possibly be. That's when I found the term sleep paralysis. At the time, I didn't fully understand it, and honestly, understanding the science didn't make it any less terrifying to live through. I was scared every single night, wondering if it would happen again. But then, after about a week, it just stopped. No more paralysis, no more waking up frozen at 3 a.m. I figured that chapter of my life was over. I was wrong. Like I mentioned, I was deep into paranormal investigation content, documentaries, YouTube channels, all of it. And one night, I was watching one of these paranormal investigation videos, and honestly, It felt fake to me. I remember thinking, I played Bloody Mary. I played Charlie Charlie. I did the Candyman thing. None of them ever showed up. Isn't the whole point of those games supposed to be summoning something, to pull it into our world? But I never saw anything, not once. So sitting there, watching this video, I actually said out loud, to myself, to no one, this is fake. None of this is real. Ghosts aren't real. This is all made up. And that same night, I went to bed like normal. And then, guess what happened? I heard my mom calling my name. I heard her voice clearly, calling out to me, and I opened my eyes. And what I saw, and what I heard, after that, I honestly don't think I have the words to fully describe it. Even now, if I try to explain how it felt, English fails me. The second I opened my eyes, I heard a laugh. A horrible, twisted laugh. The kind of laugh that doesn't sound human. Even thinking about it now, years later, I still get chills down my spine. It was that terrifying. Then I saw him, standing right next to my bed. Someone, something, incredibly tall, and on his head, a cowboy hat. And just like before, at that exact moment, I felt my body lock up again. Sleep paralysis. Except this time, it was so much worse, because this time, there was something standing right next to me. I couldn't move my hands, couldn't move my legs. I was frozen solid. The only thing I could do was move my eyes. I heard that laugh, and I started crying. I was so overwhelmingly terrified of that thing standing there, of that laugh ringing in my ears. And then, it spoke to me, in English. I'll do my best to recall the exact words. I might not get it word for word perfect, but this is as close as I remember it. Never, ever say I don't exist. The second those words left whatever it was, it dissolved into the air, just gone, vanished. Slowly, my senses started coming back. I felt control return to my body, piece by piece. The second I could move, I sat up and looked at the clock. 3 a.m. I know I keep bringing up this 3 a.m. thing, but there's a reason. If you've ever researched this stuff, you'll know that 3 a.m. is often called the witching hour. The time when, according to a lot of folklore and paranormal belief, negative or dark energy is supposedly at its strongest. That's why I keep circling back to it. I didn't sleep the rest of that night. I just lay there, wide awake, terrified that it might come back. I didn't finally fall asleep until almost 6 in the morning. The next day, I got up like normal, and honestly, I'd sort of pushed the whole thing out of my mind. Until I sat down at my computer that morning. I was a huge internet addict back then. First thing I did every morning was open YouTube, and at the time, there was a channel I followed religiously. It's since been renamed, but back then it was one of my favorite paranormal investigation channels. The host was known for being honest and thorough with his research, and his stories were genuinely well done. I trusted his content a lot. That morning, a video popped up in my recommendations. In it, he was interviewing a woman about her own paranormal experience. And you want to know what they were talking about? Sleep paralysis. The moment I heard that topic, everything from the past week came flooding back into my mind. I froze at my desk, I couldn't even process what I was hearing at first. As they kept talking, at one point, the woman said a specific term, the Hat Man. She described exactly what I had seen, a tall figure standing over people while they experienced sleep paralysis, wearing a cowboy hat. And that's exactly where the name comes from. The Hat Man. The moment I heard that phrase, it hit me like ice water. That's exactly what I saw. That's exactly what stood over my bed. It was, without exaggeration, one of the most terrifying moments of my life. I got chills all over my body, sitting right there at my desk. I didn't sleep well again that night. I was so scared, I actually asked my mom if I could sleep in her room. I hadn't done that in years. And from that night on, I never joked about this stuff again. Not Bloody Mary, not Charlie, none of it. The fear had gotten too deep into me. Even now, to this day, I still won't joke about it. I think part of me is scared that if I do, it might come back. Now, listening to this story, some of you might think it was just a nightmare. Some of you might think it was a real encounter with something paranormal. Others might say it was pure sleep paralysis with a hallucination attached to it, which, from a scientific standpoint, is actually really common with sleep paralysis experiences. Some of you might even say you've experienced something almost identical. I honestly don't know what to believe myself, and I'm not going to pretend I do. But to this day, I still don't have an answer to my own questions. Was this just a coincidence? Why did it happen to me specifically? Why always exactly at 3 a.m.? And the biggest question of all, could it ever come back? Here's the one piece of good news though. Since that night, I have never experienced sleep paralysis again. Not once. Which honestly has been a huge relief. I don't have to think about it every single night anymore, because it simply hasn't happened again. But that experience, it's going to haunt me for the rest of my life. And that's the true story of what happened to me. I hope you enjoyed listening. Thanks so much for tuning in tonight.